We interrupt our regularly scheduled videos of beautiful Colorado to share our unexpected lessons we had to learn this week of how to RV in freezing temps.
In this video, we will share with you the 10 things you need to know to camp in your RV in the winter, and even when it gets down to negative 31 degrees wind chill like it did for us last week.
We are in Northeast Ohio visiting our family and friends for the holidays, and we are from this area. So we are expecting snow and cold temps, but we weren't expecting the winter storm that hit us last week. And we learned a lot the hard way.
So if there are places you want to go in the winter or people you want to visit like we're doing, but you're unsure how to RV in the winter, then this video is for you.
Knowing that everything is harder in the winter, everything takes longer, but it can be done if you do the things we share with you.
So let's get started.
Oh, good boy. Did you have fun? Is that so fun, buddy?
Number 1, prepare your freshwater supply. A lot of people will wrap heat tape and pipe insulation around their hose or get a heated hose, but we decided to eliminate the hose altogether and just fill our freshwater tank and use our water pump like we do when we're boondocking. We've had the hose bib freeze up on us quite a few times, so instead of putting heat tape on the hose bib with insulation and doing all that around our hose with our connections, this is just a lot easier and has worked great for us.
We also conserve our water just like when we're boondocking, and we use our shower miser that heats the water in the shower and circulates it into the freshwater tank so no water is wasted.
We also conserve our water that is going into the gray tank by putting bowls in the sink and using that water to flush the toilet to save our water in our freshwater tank.
Number 2, protect your tanks. We are fortunate enough to have tank heaters on all of our tanks, so we made sure to keep the tank heaters on at all times in freezing temps. If you do not have tank heaters, you will need to keep your tanks heated by skirting your RV and running a heater under the RV to make sure your tanks and water lines do not freeze.
Number 3, skirt underneath the RV. Even with our tank heaters, we still needed a skirt RV and running torpedo heater because our water line from the freshwater tank to the pump started to freeze and we no longer had running water. We got a propane torpedo heater and kept filling our 30-pound propane tanks to keep this running the 4 days while we had frigid temps. The cheapest and easiest way we found to skirt quickly is to use foam board insulation. 4x8 sheets that cost about $11. Cut them in half lengthwise and taped on the corners. We set some of our storage containers around the outside to keep the wind from blowing the bottom out. This is only a temporary situation, so we did not take the time to permanently secure anything. We just needed to get through the 4 days of this winter storm.
Number 4, heat your valves. Our gray and black tank valves freeze every time it drops below 30 degrees. In order to empty our tanks, we set up a heat lamp and run it for about 15 minutes, and that has worked for us. You may also need to run the heat lamp onto your 3-inch sewer line that connects to your valves, because once we got the valve unfroze, the fluid was still froze inside. After another 15 minutes, everything drained normally.
Number 5, drain your sewer hose completely. Every time you empty your tanks, make sure your sewer hose is completely empty, or anything left inside the hose will be frozen. Typically in an RV park, your sewer connection is lower than your RV, so this shouldn't be an issue. In our situation where we are staying at our friend's house, our sewer connection is about the same height as our RV, so we need to manually lift the hose several times to ensure it is completely empty.
Number 6, protect your slide out. We highly recommend having a slide topper to prevent the snow from piling up on your slide out. If you don't have a slide topper, you will need to keep sweeping off your slide out so the snow and ice does not build up. Having a slide topper just gives us peace of mind that we don't need to worry about the top of our slide.
Number 7, have sufficient heat sources. You will need additional heaters more than just your propane furnace in frigid temps, or you will drain your propane quickly. Plus, propane heat puts a lot of moisture into the air, and the electric heater will help offset this and heat up your RV nicely. We actually used 2 additional electric heaters, but in order to not overload our 30 amp connection, we ran an extension cord through our window to have it for one of the heaters. We were able to keep our RV around 68 to 70 degrees inside, even with negative double-digit wind chill temps outside. But of course, never leave your heaters unattended.
Number 8, prevent condensation. We noticed we had moisture inside our cabinets, so we cracked open all of our cabinet doors, and this really helped. But you also need to do this in order for your heat to get to your water lines. So open your drawers and doors where your water lines are to make sure the heat is getting to them. We also cracked open our roof vent since we have a roof cover, which also really helped prevent condensation.
Number 9, insulate windows and storage doors. We use leftover foam board insulation to cover our windows and storage doors from the draft that was coming in. You'll want to keep your blinds closed and even use some towels or blankets around anywhere you are feeling a draft. Note that there will be condensation building up on the inside of your windows, so be sure to remove the insulation and wipe down your windows every couple days.
Number 10, organize boots and coats. Your RV will quickly be overrun with boots and coats. In order to prevent everything from piling up, we hung a coat rack on the back of our bathroom door for an easy way to hang our coats and stay organized. We wish we had room for a boot tray, but we have a basket for our shoes by the door and made sure we kept a towel to soak up all the water coming off our boots by the door. Keep towels handy, especially if you have pets, for their paws and for all the snow and water that comes inside every time the door opens. Staying organized definitely helps keep your sanity during these crazy times.
And we have a bonus. Monitor your humidity levels. You will definitely see a lot of change in your humidity levels with the condensation from the heaters and the insulation you have on your windows. Getting a humidity monitor as well as a dehumidifier is also an important measure to take. Humidity can wreak havoc on your RV, and keep the humidity controlled will be much more comfortable for you as well.
We hope this winter camping video was helpful. We definitely learned the hard way this week and wanted to share what we learned with you. Everything we mentioned in this video will have links in the description.
Comment below and tell us your winter camping tips. We would love to learn more and share more with others in the comments.
Join us next week as we resume sharing more of our Colorado bucket list adventures with you. See you next week.
Bye.
Feet up on the dash and the calling open road. Road trip classics on the radio. With your hand tied in mine, there's no such thing as time. Now we can go anywhere you wanna go.
Prepare your freshwater supply. Prepare.
Why do I say blank?
Yours.
Darn it. I was doing so good. Temps
I
too.
don't freaking know what I'm...
Ooh, there's no place we